Hello, welcome to today's Vinyasa yoga class. My name's Olivia. I am a certified yoga teacher and have greatly benefited from the practice. So excited to share with you what I know. Please let me know in the comments below what you like about the class and if you ever have any ideas. Today's practice will be about not just building heat as in strength, and of course it's good to work on your core, but heat is a heat in the sense of tapas, which is one of the niyamas, fiery passion that burns within. When you were a kid, what your favorite subject was in class, or maybe you just found people would compliment your natural skill when you were a kid as well. What makes you stand out as you? And the idea of tapas is all about what makes you you, and thinking of the best version of yourself and what that would look like. Would you be behind a desk at a office? Would you be on the runway in a fashion show? Would you be flying a helicopter or plane? Are you a homemaker? No matter what it is that builds your fiery passion within, today is a celebration of that. We will also be working on hip opening and core strengthening. If you haven't already, we will meet here in Virasana. So if you have a block and put it under your sits bones, just think about having your thighs turning at an inward rotation. And if your toes can face towards the same direction, kind of facing inward, even better. Have a seat on a block at any height, or if you don't have a block, you can sit on a stack of books. That works as well. Way we will start in Virasana, or just kind of sitting on back on your heels. My tuchus is right on the earth. My ankles are out to the sides. And begin to just drop into today's class. If you haven't already, begin to blink your eyes closed. Or if you would prefer not to blink your eyes closed, you can send your gaze towards a space in front of you. Start to pay attention to your breath. On your inhale, allow your belly expand like a balloon, leaving your lungs plenty of space to fill up with air. And on your exhale, think of an accordion comes in when it presses all the air out. Inhale, open your heart, receive that energy. Inhale through the nose, fill up the belly. And exhale, release. Begin to find a few rounds of breath on your own, allowing your awareness to go towards your belly, expanding on the inhale and contracting on the exhale. And see if you can start to initiate that internal passion with your breath. So imagine our breath is sort of starting our engine for today's practice. And come on out of that Virasana. We'll meet in tabletop position. And after you've kind of released your knees from that Virasana, we will do a few brief cat-cows. Send your belly low, lift your chin, look up, open your heart. Exhale, come through tabletop, round your spine, chin towards chest. Cat pose. do a few more of those. Maybe rock your hips from side to side just to lubricate those joints. And when you get back to center, tuck your toes under, lift your knees up off the earth about a half an inch. Squeeze that core. And then exhale, press on back into downward facing dog. Maybe this is your first downward facing dog of the day. We'll check in with our alignment. Feel free to pedal out your heels. And think of your hands turning outward. External rotation equally on both sides. And then really find that 90-degree angle here. And then we'll take a slow walk to the top of our space, standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift with a flat back. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, stand all the way up. Reach your arms up overhead, look up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center and down by your side. Check in with that internal feeling of symmetry any way you can here. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward, standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift with a flat back. Exhale, fold. Send your right foot back. Come on down onto that right knee. Rise on up. Low lunge. Come forward and see if you can find a stretch in that right hip flexor. Relax your shoulder blades down away from your ears. Exhale, plant your hands. Tuck your back toes. Step your left foot back to meet the right. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts this time. Exhale, step your right foot through. Come on down to that left knee. Low lunge, come on up. Come forward and find a stretch in that left hip flexor. Relax your shoulder blades, open your heart. Exhale, plant your hands, tuck your back toes, step your right foot back to meet the left. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, feel your belly expand for your lungs to fill with air. And exhale, release. One more breath. Exhale, look between your hands, walk or hop to the top of your space, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift with a flat back. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, stand all the way up. Reach your arms up overhead, look up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center and down by your side. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, look up. Exhale, swan dive forward, standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step your right foot back. Come on down to that right knee. Rise on up. Low lunge. Come forward. Here we'll pause in this full extension of low lunge. Feeling that long right side hip flexor. Relax your shoulder blades down away from your ears. And plant your hands, tuck your back toes, send your left foot back to meet the right. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Exhale, step your right foot through. Left knee comes down. Rise on up, low lunge. Come on forward. Really elongating that left side hip flexor, opening your heart. Look up. Exhale, plant your hands. Tuck your left toes. Step your right foot back to meet the left. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. 2 cycles of breath here. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Look between your hands, walk or hop to the top of your space, standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift with a flat back. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, stand all the way up. Reach your arms up overhead, look up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center and down by your side. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step both feet back, high plank, vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. 2 cycles of breath here. Inhale. And exhale, release. And inhale. Exhale. Look between your hands, walk or hop to the top of your space, standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift with a flat back. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, stand all the way up. Reach your arms up overhead, look up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center and down by your sides. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step both feet back, high plank, vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. 2 cycles of breath here. And let it go. Look between your hands, walk or hop to the top of your space, standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, stand all the way up. Reach your arms up overhead, look up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center and down by your sides. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back, high plank. Vinyasa. Downward facing dog. 2 cycles of breath here. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale, release. Look between your hands, walk or hop. The top of your space, standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, stand all the way up. Reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center and down by your sides. Sit down into chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step both feet back, high plank. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back. Downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Exhale, step your right foot through. Back foot plants. Warrior one. Exhale, plant your hands to frame your front foot. Step your right foot back. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Exhale, step your left foot through. Right foot plants. Rise on up. Warrior one. Pause. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your left foot back to meet the right. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back. Downward facing dog. 2 cycles of breath here. Look between your hands, walk or hop to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, stand all the way up. Reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center and down by your sides. Inhale, sit down into chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step both feet back, high plank. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back. Downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Exhale, step your right foot through. Back foot plants. Warrior one. Come on down to frame your front foot. Right foot steps back to meet the left. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Exhale, step your left foot through. Back foot plants. Rise on up. Warrior one. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your left foot back to meet the right. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back. Downward facing dog. Come on down to your knees. Send your knees wide. Sit back onto your heels. Coming into child's pose. Arms out long. Rest your forehead on the earth or a block. And just breathe. This is an all levels class. Anytime you feel called to take a rest, I invite you to come here in child's pose and honor your breath and what it takes to maintain control over it. Because it could really give you the second wind you need to finish out class strong. From your child's pose, look between your hands and pull yourself through, coming through upward facing dog. And exhale, we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Look between your hands, walk to the top of your space, and we'll stand all the way up. I'll face you. You can stay at the top of your space if you'd like. I'll face you on this next one. Also, bear in mind I'm mirroring you, so when I say left, the side I'm doing is left, but really it's opposite. I'm telling you that. to avoid confusion, so it can just be simple. So just enjoy. When I say left, it'll be left for you. Okay, so sit down into chair pose Utkatasana. Get a visual on your toes. Find that 90-degree angle at your hip, torso. Bring your hands down to heart center. Lift your chest, and then send your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. And then use that leverage between your outer left elbow and that outer right knee. Look up towards the sky. And if you can't, this is what it looks like to the side. Look up towards the sky, and if you'd like, you can bring your left palm to the outside of your right foot. Look up towards the right. Maybe open that right arm. Breathe. And exhale, fold forward. Standing forward fold, Uttanasana. And then come on up. Second side. Sit down, chair pose, Utkatasana. Bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Use that leverage and that dynamic tension that's happening on the outside of your left knee. Press into that right elbow. Look up towards the sky. Feel free to bring that right palm to the outside of your left foot. Open your arm towards the sky if you'd like. And come out of it by folding all the way forward. And then we'll stand all the way up. Step your feet wide. We'll meet in Prasarita stance. Right foot faces the right side of your space. Come on down, Warrior Two. Left foot is at an angle. Right leg is at a 90-degree angle. And we breathe. On your exhale, bring your right arm forward to plant onto the earth. Your left arm up towards the sky. Maybe that left arm comes up and overhead. Exhale, come on back, Warrior Two. We can get off that right hip by straightening our right leg. Heel toe your feet in towards the midline. Get a sassiness in that left hip. Find a hinge at that right hip. Come on down into Utthita Trikonasana pose, triangle. Think about shining that right torso up towards the sky. And breathe. Look down towards your right foot. Look 10 inches towards the front of your right foot. Bring your right palm down to plant. Left foot comes up off the ground. If you'd like to turn your gaze up towards the sky, please do so. For extra challenge, bend your left knee Catch that left foot with your left palm. Kick. Maybe look up towards the sky if that feels good. For 3, or 2, and 1. Straighten your leg if it was out. Come on back to warrior 2, no matter how graceful. And we will meet back in a wide-legged stance. Prasarita stance. Press into the outer edge of both feet evenly. Left foot faces out toward the left side of your space. Right foot is at a 45-degree angle. Come on down, warrior 2. Hips are open to the side of your space. Shoulders are relaxed. Shoulders are relaxed down away from your ears. Arms are out long to your side. Use all that tension in that left leg to bolster your right leg. Come forward. Left palm comes to the left foot. Right arm comes up and overhead. Feel all that length. Maybe lift up that left hand. Straighten that left leg. Come on up to stand. Heel toe your legs in towards one another. And left foot faces the left side of the space. Right foot's at an angle. Both legs are straight this time. Find a sassiness in that right hip. Find a hinge at that left hip. Keep your torso long. Come on down. Rest your left palm on your left shin block or the earth. Twist your left torso up towards the sky. Breathe. Look down towards your left foot. Look 10 inches in front of your left foot. Plant your hand 10 inches ahead. Come on forward into half moon pose. If you'd like more of a challenge, feel free to send your gaze up towards the sky and breathe. If you'd like more of a challenge, bend that right leg and catch your right leg with your right hand. And breathe. Release your hand if you had caught your hand. Come on back to warrior 2, no matter how graceful. And we will meet in a prasarita stance. And from here, we will take our prasarita stance to the next level and do a full prasarita padottanasana. Put your hands at your hips and press into the outer edges of both feet evenly. Hinge at your hips, send your torso forward. Come all the way down until your crown is facing the core of the earth. And truly feel that hinge at your hips. Keep your spine long, and only if you feel confident or you're by a wall should you go upside down into headstand. But if you're feeling confident in it, feel free to come up into a headstand. We are certainly warm enough for it at this time. And if you were up in a headstand, slowly begin to bring your feet back down to the earth. And begin to walk your hands out in front of you. Rise on up, Prasarita stance. Toe heel your feet into the midline. We'll meet at the top of our space, Tadasana. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step both feet back, high plank. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right leg up and overhead. Exhale, tap your right knee to your left elbow. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, right knee taps right elbow. Inhale, right leg reaches up and back. Exhale, knee to nose and pause. Step your right foot through. Rise on up, high crescent lunge. All 10 toes squared forward. Sitting low in our lunge, that right hip and left hip are squared. Find a 90-degree angle here in that front leg. Tuck your tailbone under and straighten that left leg out long. Bring your arms up and overhead. Relax your shoulder blades down away from your ears and breathe. On your next exhale, we'll come into warrior three. So we'll press up off of our back leg, warrior three. So on your next exhale, Virabhadrasana 3, warrior 3. For 3, for 2, 1, come on back down to high crescent lunge. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot back to meet the left. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. And breathe. Inhale, left leg lifts this time. Left knee taps right elbow. Left leg up and back. Left knee taps left elbow. Left knee up and back. Exhale, tap your left knee to your nose and pause. Step your left foot through. Rise on up, high crescent lunge, second side. Get low here in your lunge. Find a 90-degree bend in your front leg. Tuck your tailbone under and find length in that right leg. Arms come up, shoulders relax down away from your ears. And breathe. Our Virabhadrasana 3. Come on up. Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. Imagine your feet here are working together. For 3, for 2, and 1. Come on back to high crescent lunge. And exhale, plant your hands. Step your left foot back to meet the right. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. And come on down to your knees. and we will meet back in Virasana, which is how we began class. Feel free to have a block under you or a book to raise the height of it and where your hips can be if this is uncomfortable. And really think of the rotation of your thighs going inward. Strengthen your thighs inward with a visual of them kind of turning inward towards one another, and use that power to draw your shoulders back and open your heart with a long spine. And exhale. From here, we have a few options. So if you are sitting on a block or a book, great. You'll want to bring your palms back, kind of like you're just chilling on the beach, and you'll hang out here. Just make sure your spine is long and straight. Listen to my voice from here, and try to come out of it before moving your spine from side to side. And if you are good on the earth, you can do the same thing without the block. Bring your arms back at however long you would like to come back. And if you're feeling really open, you can just come on all the way back to full Supta Virasana. And again, the idea here is that your thighs are rotating inwardly toward one another. Try to keep your knees drawn toward one another and your toes facing a point behind you. And breathe. We'll be here for about 30 more seconds. If your eyes were closed, gently begin to blink them back open. Come on out of the Supta Virasana with a long spine. Press yourself back up to sitting, a seated position, and pause. Come on forward. Swing your feet out long. And we'll come to a neutral laying position. Coming into happy baby. Where we'll begin to cool down from our practice. Bring your feet back down to the earth. Come on back up to a seated position. Dandasana. Send both feet out long. 90-degree angle your feet and your torso. Inward rotation of both thighs. Press down into the earth with your thighs. Arms come up overhead. Keep your spine long, hinge at your hips, spill forward into Paschimottanasana. and breathe. Come on up out of that. And we will meet in a Shavasana. Send your feet long, your palms facing up towards the sky, and breathe. Blink your eyes closed and send your awareness inward. Physical sensations, the smells, the temperature, and allow your belly to fill up like a balloon on your inhales. And on your exhales, contract all the air out like an accordion. Start to feel the effects and the residue of today's hard work. With that, just allow your awareness and your breath. Let it go. I'll guide us out when it's time. Enjoy your Shavasana. Begin to call your breath back. If you haven't, begin to blink your eyes open. Look around your space. Take in all the colors around you. Find some movement in your hands and your feet. Maybe let your knees knock over from side to side. Next time you get over to one side, pause. Press yourself back up to a seated position, to join me in a seated position. Thank you so much for taking the time to practice with me today. I hope you are feeling energized, open, and tapped into that internal passion that only you know about. You know it best, and follow that passion through and through, throughout your day, throughout the rest of the year, throughout next year and the years to come. Really allow that tapas to take over in anything you're doing, on the mat, off the mat. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I just ask that you please subscribe. Thank you so much for practicing with me. The fire in me sees the fire in you. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.